Well, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I repeat, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And if you haven't figured out what to get your significant other, or honestly, what to get yourself if you're just celebrating me, myself, and I this year, we're going to help you out today. One way to give a thoughtful gift is to think about your partner's love language. Here to give us a scoop on a love language gift guide is Dr. Kederian. She is a psychologist and licensed marriage and family therapist. Dr. Christie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Of course, for those who might not know, your love language is how you express and experience love. There's lots of different ways you can find it out. There's, things online. Are those online love language guides pretty legit?
Yeah, what I always tell people to go to is searching. The Love Languages was developed by psychologist Gary Chapman. So if you just look for the lovelanguages.com, there's a free quiz on the official website that you can use to learn a little bit more about you. And then it might be fun to have your partner take it too to learn about their love language.
Okay. Why would you say it's important to know your love language? And would you suggest finding out even if you're not in a relationship right now?
It's a great idea to know about your love language because you really understand more about yourself and also about your partner. If you're single, it's a great idea to learn about your love language because you can really see, okay, how do I want to experience love in a future relationship? And how can I also show myself that love and care that I need to move forward?
It's fairly common to have different ways that we like to receive and give love, because I've noticed I like to receive words of affirmation, but I'm not very good at giving them back. So is that pretty normal?
Yeah, it's definitely normal. And I think what's really valuable about learning someone's love language is it's similar to learning a foreign language. You might be a little bit shaky at first. You're just learning a few things. And then as you practice conversationally a foreign language, you will also practice a love language and learn that over time to really be fluent in your partner's love language and other people's love languages. But it's safe to say that everyone experiences love in all of those ways. We just tend to prefer it in certain ways. And that's when it can become really valuable. And you don't always have to know their love language. You might just sense that someone really enjoys when you give them a compliment, or they really enjoy when you give them a gift, or do something nice for them as an act of service. So it can definitely be learned over time. And you don't have to come knowing it fluently, but just practice makes perfect.
Okay. I do, because that's actually really good, because I do feel like sometimes you find out your love language and then you're like, what do I do with this information? So there are 5 basic love languages. I do have a list that we can show, and it has the gift ideas that you have for each one. So let's go and do a rundown. The first one is physical touch.
Yeah, so with physical touch, a really great way to show this, especially on Valentine's Day, is to maybe gift a massage, a couples massage, manicure, pedicure, anything that really incorporates the senses can be really helpful. Even just a hug can go a long way for someone who values physical touch, but really practicing that if you're not fluent in that, holding hands, just touching someone's arm. These are some ways that you can really incorporate physical touch. But I think for Valentine's Day, a massage is a really great idea.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and then quality time. This is someone who really values that time together, and that's where they feel loved. So you don't have to bring in the gifts or the thrills. It's just really a day filled with that time spent together, and that can also show you, that can also show them that you pay attention to things that they enjoy doing with you. So maybe you fill the day with some favorite activities, a favorite coffee shop, a favorite garden or outdoor, depending on the weather type
Yeah.
of thing, and that just shows that you care and you pay attention.
Okay. That third one there is, what was that? Quality time? No, we just did quality time.
Words of
Words of
affirmation. Yeah.
affirmation.
Yeah, so something I actually learned this from my mom. She loves doing this. Is kind of writing either a poem or an acronym that, with the initials of their name, you describe something about them that you really love. So that's a really sweet gift that, when I've given it over the years, people really
Okay.
appreciate just seeing that their character traits are really acknowledged and appreciated by others. Another thing that I've seen, there's a company called The Giving Keys that I love, that they write a word on a piece of jewelry jewelry. So if you know a word
Mm.
is really meaningful to someone, like believe or faith or hope, then buying them that kind of piece of jewelry that exemplifies that word for them that they can remember.
I wouldn't even think of that as a gift, but that's a really good idea there. Okay, and then the fourth one is.
Yeah, acts of service. So this is a big one. This is my husband's one, and just doing something thoughtful. Maybe cleaning that something that you don't normally do. I love a coupon book with some acts of service that they can cash in on at any time. So if it's I'm filling up the gas today, or I'm doing this outdoor yard work thing, then you can kind of give them that coupon book filled with some acts of service.
And then giving gifts, of course, that's what a lot of people just kind of go towards giving gifts without, thinking of these other four. But giving gifts is a love language.
Yeah, and I think it's really about that attention to detail and understanding what they truly love and enjoy, not just buying something because you
Hmm.
think that it's a good gift, but really understanding what they would love. And I love a thoughtful gift basket. It doesn't have to be so expensive, but just little things that show that you're paying attention and you want to show them love in their unique way that they understand and receive it.
Dr. Christy, thank you so much for joining us and giving us this rundown. Hopefully, you've helped some folks who maybe are the last minute, procrastinators, figure out something that might not necessarily need a lot of planning, but actually can kind of benefit the relationship and make your partner know that you do know them a little bit more than just, the chocolate and flowers that everyone always gets.
Exactly. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll be right back after the break.